Today, we're diving into a civilization so advanced, so monumental, that its creations still just blow our minds thousands of years later. We are, of course, talking about ancient Egypt, a culture that didn't just build incredible monuments, but actually laid the groundwork for our modern world in ways you might never expect. So, what's the deal with ancient Egypt? Why, after all this time, are we still so completely captivated by its pharaohs, its pyramids, and its mysterious hieroglyphs? Well, that's exactly the mystery we're going to try and unravel today. All right, so to really get how they built such an unbelievable society, we've got to start right at the very beginning. And you might be surprised to hear that the secret to their success is, well, it's a lot simpler than you'd think. Now, this is where it gets really fascinating. This entire complex, sprawling civilization, with its gods, its pharaohs, its incredible architecture, it was all built on just one single powerful foundation. Everything, and I mean everything, hinged on just one thing. And that's it, the Nile River. This legendary waterway wasn't just some river, it was the lifeblood of ancient Egypt. It was its engine. It was its very soul. Without it, pretty much nothing we know about this amazing civilization would have even been possible. So how in the world did a single river give birth to one of the greatest empires in history? Let's break down the secret to Egypt's success, the Nile itself. And this, right here, lays it out perfectly. It was like a chain reaction. It all started with the Nile's predictable yearly floods. These floods would deposit this incredibly rich, fertile soil, creating a lush green valley. That amazing soil meant they could develop irrigation and grow a ton of food. And here's the key. When you have a surplus of food, not everyone has to be a farmer. This freed people up to become builders, artists, scribes, priests, which just ignited this huge boom in social and cultural development. With all these resources, the Egyptians were able to build a truly sophisticated society. I mean, they didn't just survive, they thrived and they innovated in ways that were just light years ahead of their time. Let's take a look at how they organized themselves and all the incredible things they achieved. The secret sauce here was their highly organized bureaucracy. This system of scribes, priests, and administrators, all working under the pharaoh, was basically the engine that ran the entire empire. They were the ones collecting taxes, managing the food supply, and, you guessed it, organizing massive labor projects, like building the pyramids, all while uniting people under a common religion and a shared purpose. And that level of organization led to some unbelievable achievements. We're not just talking about pyramids here. They developed a practical system of math that let them survey land with incredible precision. Their medical system was so advanced that doctors actually specialized in specific fields and even performed complex surgeries. And maybe the most impressive thing of all, they signed the first known peace treaty in history with the Hittites, and we still have copies of it today. And the result of all that? An unbelievably stable civilization that lasted for over 3,000 years. Just to put that into perspective for you, the Western Roman Empire lasted for about 500 years. Egypt's core civilization lasted 6 times longer than that. That is just an almost unparalleled story of longevity in all of human history. But of course, no empire lasts forever. Egypt's super long history is full of these incredible highs of power and also periods of instability and decline. So let's take a quick run through that epic timeline. The whole story kicks off around 3150 BC, when Upper and Lower Egypt were united. Historians usually break it down into stable periods. You have the Old Kingdom, that's when the Great Pyramids were built. Then came the Middle Kingdom and the New Kingdom, which was really the peak of Egyptian power. After that, you get the Late Period, which was a long, slow decline, finally ending with the Roman conquest in 30 BC. Yeah, so after its absolute peak in the New Kingdom, Egypt's power started to fade. It was a slow burn, marked by a series of invasions from foreign powers, everyone from the Assyrians and Persians to the Greeks under Alexander the Great. Eventually, the Romans came in and made Egypt a province of their own empire, and that was the end of its long, long run as an independent power. But here's the thing. Even after it fell as an independent power, the story of ancient Egypt was far from over. Its legacy was so powerful that it's still making waves in the world today. Its art and architecture were copied all over the ancient world and have been revived again and again throughout history. Its incredible monuments and artifacts have inspired countless explorers, writers, and scientists for centuries, sparking the entire field of Egyptology and just fueling our collective obsession with the past. So, we'll leave you with this question to think about. When you consider everything they gave us, from math and medicine to engineering and diplomacy, which single achievement from ancient Egypt do you think has had the biggest impact on our world today? It's a pretty powerful legacy to think about.